What is up, guys? This is Nick Bentley. It's July 14th. It's 9:45 in the morning, guys. Today, I want to talk to you about patience and about probabilities, okay? So what I have up here right now is the Micro E-mini Dow futures. And if I look at the flexible grid, let me add a little bit more time here. Sorry about that. Should have had this set up before I started. But I want to get this set for 9:35. So let me set this bar to 0. And basically everything is about as weak or as strong as the other market. There's not a lot of difference there. A lot of them are flat. So I'll start with saying I think it's important to buy strength. I think it's important to sell weakness. But I also think it's important to understand what the technicals are telling you and why I'm not willing to take this long right now, okay? So on a 4-hour chart, guys, whenever I start doing reviews, I always look at a 4-hour chart. I see this drop-based rally. It's kind of a one candle out. It doesn't really breach this high right here, but it's definitely a turning point that occurred on Wednesday. You can see the date up here on Wednesday, June 22nd. And as I dive into that just a bit more, on the 1-hour chart, what I can see is as we come into this level, all right, we're going to have this drop-based rally pull back in, and on the 1-hour we are able to breach this and we come in. But guys, we are at a 23.24 right now on the RSI, and what I would much rather do is when I'm looking at trend, I can see that we are kind of on the low end curve of the middle right now. And so when you're in, we call it diddling in the middle. When you're diddling in the middle of a curve, it's really, really important to make sure that you abide by your rules. And one of the rules that we have here is that if we are diddling in the middle, that we should not take this trade. I understand that it's a decent area, but here's what I would prefer to do. So not only why I wouldn't take this, we are way too low on here for me to take this area, and it looks like it wasn't very fresh on a 4-hour, and you can see inside this 1-hour it looks even a little bit less. Here's what I would prefer to do though, guys. I would prefer to take this short right here in a drop base drop that is at a point of buying pressure before that clears out 1, 2, 3, 4 areas before we run into the bottom of this curve. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set an alert, and that way I know when price comes at or above this area. And what we can do is we can just wait, because the odds suggest when we're this weak into the bottom of a curve, we may catch a bounce, but we're unlikely to create any new highs. So I'd much rather be a seller here than being a buyer where price is currently at. I'd much rather sell in this area than be a buyer in this area because of momentum, because of trend, because of curve, and because of all of the other stacking the odds studies that we talk about inside of trading price. So guys, hopefully this helps you. And honestly, after yesterday's inflation print, which came out I think at 9.1%, which is the highest it's been since the early 80s, like I think 1981 was the date. Lots and lots of movements. This is the back end of that inflation print. We were up on the day, we came screaming down, we retraced a bunch of that, and now we're just heading down. So with all of that momentum in a downward fashion, I really got to be careful buying. I realize we're getting a bounce from this area right now, but I would much rather prefer to take a higher probability short, reducing my risk. One of the things we all talk about here is, yes, we love profits, but I also love to not eliminate, because you can never eliminate risk, but I love to reduce my risk. So hopefully we get a bounce, and hopefully we come back into this area where traders like you and I can take advantage of trend, momentum, and things of that nature, and potentially be a seller here. So guys, with that, take it easy. Hopefully you enjoyed this teachable moment, but that is why all of those things matter. is it's about reducing risk as much as possible when you trade. All right, guys, take it easy.